Today we are going to have an important topic on Labha Bhava, 11th house. So every house is having a Labha Bhava, correct? So we are going to see how to read the Labha Bhava. So if anyone have not understood the Labha Bhava yet or have not seen my video on marvels of 11th house, I recommend you to kindly follow my description below to understand what is Labha Bhava, how to read the Labha Bhava. So those who have not watched my earlier video, I am giving two uh, houses Labha Bhava to understand how the Labha Bhava works. For ninth house, the Labha Bhava is seventh house. That is why the Navamsha, that is marriage, is we are actually seeing from the seventh house. Because the Dharma, when you are in a Dharma, when both the male and female are making a commitment to join together and with certain rules and guidelines for restrictions which has been laid for becoming husband and wife, with certain social norms and also certain societal norms, and also you are committing to both the parents according to the Dharma. So basically, what is happening is God is giving you certain desires to be fulfilled. So one of the major desire of the human being is to get spouse, and another desire for getting the spouse is having a relationship with another human being who could be a stranger, and the ultimate journey for that the particular vivaha which is happening is basically to have a kula family lineage. That is the main purpose of all the marriages. So uh, we are actually seeing the horoscope of ninth house, which is actually the Labha Bhava of the seventh house. So for the females, the ninth house becomes a very important house in analyzing the progeny matters. Hence, because the uh, the seventh house is a house of relationship where the relationships is practically happening after the marriage, and the outcome of that is always establishing a progeny. So the ninth house, if it is severely afflicted in a female chart, will give a lot of restrictions related to the progeny. And the seventh house is the Labha Bhava for the fifth. So if you see, that is why the marriage always give a major labha on kids, progeny. That is the only labha. So what else you are gaining from the marriage is always about the fifth house, which is your kids. And these kids later becoming your supporters and followers of your principles. So that is why the labha bhava of every bhava is to be carefully analyzed. So there are certain two rules in which the Labha Bhava have to be analyzed. So let us see what are the rules today to understand how the Labha Bhava have to be studied. So today we are going to see that with this video. Okay. Now imagine the Labha Bhava of every house. You take any house, okay? And if that particular Labha Bhava have to flourish, then take any house for which it should be a Labha Bhava, okay? So the 10th house, uh, this, this, uh, okay. So for the 10th house, which is a Labha Bhava, that is 8th house. So now imagine that this is a very crucial house, right? So you take any Bhava for that matter, take that Bhava and see where is the Bhava's, that particular, the Bhava Lord, where it is in the chart. Say, for example, if you are analyzing the 10th house, then you are actually should see the eighth house Lord placement to understand how the labha for the profession of the person could be. So if that is in 3, 6, 8, and 12 in Dustanas, including the third house, then it is, and also it is in a weak position. If it is debilitated, or it is having uh, in a debilitated position, and if it is along with Rahu Ketu, if it is along with Saturn and Mars, this kind of bigger malefics, then this particular Labha Bhava is completely damaged. So that is what you have to understand on every Labha. So any Labha Bhava, this particular analysis have to be done to understand how the strength of the Labha Bhava in the chart. So that is one of the major clue to understand this Labha Bhava. Now, but you cannot take this particular rule as granted. So rule number one is generally if it is placed, but this particular ruler, the eighth, say for example, for the 10th house, Labha Bhava is eighth, but it is in it is placed in 6, 8, 12, but it is placed in his own house or in an exalted position, then this particular things can be reduced. But if it is placed in the Kendra Trikona, then that particular bhava for the Labha Bhava for that particular house is getting flourished. So you can take any such examples for that matter to understand the Labha Bhava's principles. So this is a very important video. So I thought of giving that video. Now let us understand the for the first bhava, the 11th, the Labha Bhava for the first house is 11th house. For the second, it would be the 12th house. Correct? So what is the Labha Bhava for the, if you have to establish a Kula, then you have to have a Labha from the bed. That is the purpose. So if you have to establish your lineage, then you should be having happiness from the bed. Then only your Kula can be established and it can grow and flourish also. And the third house, the Labha Bhava, is the first house. So what does it mean? If you are having a body, your intelligence for that body is surfacing from the third house, and the fourth house, the Labha Bhava, is the second house. So that is why how much the primary education, for example, if a person, the fourth house is called as primary education, and to understand the primary education, the second house is seen to understand how the foundation has been laid for that. Correct? That is why the second house, the moon, the significator of the fourth house, is exalted. If your mother is uneducated, then how you can able to get education? That is why the education is always based on the fourth house. Labha Bhava is given to the second house, and second house is incidentally is represented as post graduation in astrology. Okay, the fifth Bhava, the Labha Sthana, is third house again. So why the third house is given for the Labha Bhava for the fifth house? The fifth house is the house of progeny. So to have the progeny, you should have copulation. And if you are good, if you are going to be good in speculation, for example, fifth house, then you should have a good third house. If you want to be good in politics, then you should have a lot of courage and bravery to face the public. So all these areas are very important to understand. The sixth house, Labha Bhava, is the fourth. Sixth house, Labha Bhava, is the fourth. So likewise, seventh Bhava, Labha Sthana, is fifth. Eighth, the Labha Sthana, is the sixth. And ninth, the Labha Sthana, is the seventh. The 10th Labha Sthana is eighth. And 11th, the Labha Sthana is ninth. And the 12th, the Labha Sthana, is 10th house. So if you see, if you are having a profession, the Labha Sthana is in 12th. So how much you are actually able to spend will determine what is your profession. Suppose if a person is having only 20,000 as a budget to spend every month, then immediately you will understand what kind of profession he should be. Correct? So similarly, we are estimating a person's caliber based on his spending habits. Suppose if a person is highly rich, that means he's having a lot of money. What he will do? He will naturally go for charity. So when he do so, everyone will understand he is filthy rich. So likewise, the Labha Bhava have to be understood and seen in every chart. So I thought these two golden rules you have to see for analyzing any chart to understand how is the Bhava strength. So I hope this will give a very beautiful lesson for everyone to understand the strength of each Bhava. And when you are analyzing a chart, I hope that this will be a very essential tool for understanding the chart. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Keep subscribing our channel and we will be posting such interesting videos. Thank you very much.